Hello and a very warm welcome to you all, wherever you are. Many of you will be in Ireland, some of you will be in Europe, and many will be further afield. And I'm sure that I'm talking to a multilingual audience, as befits our school and the subjects that we offer. My name is Siobhan Donovan, and I teach German in the School of Languages, Cultures and Linguistics at UCD. So I'm talking, but I'm joined here by many of my colleagues who are all representatives of the different subjects, and you have some of the faces here. So on their behalf, I say to you, bonjour, guten tag, buongiorno, welcome, hola, salut, and hello. So here you can see the subjects that we offer in our school, the School of Languages, Cultures and Linguistics, and the flags of the main country in which the languages are spoken. Also the levels at which we offer these subjects. As no one or hardly anyone coming to UCD has done Portuguese or linguistics, linguistics being the scientific study of languages, including aspects like morphology and sociolinguistics, we offer Portuguese and linguistics from beginners level only. So French, non-beginners, German, non-beginners and beginners, Spanish, non-beginners and beginners, Italian, non-beginners and beginners, linguistics, beginners only, and Portuguese, beginners only. Also, Portuguese may only be taken as an elective. You can't study Portuguese as a major subject. All our other languages can be taken as a major subject and as an elective. It's important to note that, as it is reflected in the title of our school, Languages, Cultures and Linguistics, that when you study a language with us, in addition to taking language modules where you learn how to improve or master your reading, writing, speaking and listening of your chosen language or languages, you will also take modules in cultures relating to that language. So for example, modules in literature, in film, in history, in social issues. And I'll be giving you an example later of some of the modules that you can take as culture modules. So how can you study with us? You can take, you can study as a major in a number of different arts degree programs, and you can also take our languages as a minor with the Bachelor of Social Sciences and the Bachelor of International Commerce. In what follows, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the BA in Modern Languages, the BA Joint Honours and the BA Humanities, which has 3 different pathways. But if you wish to take one of our languages or linguistics alongside a social science subject, such as politics, economics, or sociology, or you wish to take one of our languages as a minor within the Bachelor of Commerce International, I recommend that you visit those booths and they'll tell you more about that. So first of all, the BA in Modern Languages. This is a 4-year degree program and it offers a multilingual focus. So if you love languages and are or want to become multilingual, this is the program for you. So you discover the European languages. Obviously, some of them, most notably Spanish, are spoken outside Europe as well, but primarily in Europe, most of ours. You discover the languages and the cultures and literatures in which they are embedded. These are the languages taught in our school. And you study at least 2 languages and you add a 3rd one. So that's the unique aspect of this particular degree program. You are guaranteed an Erasmus year abroad, and a year abroad is compulsory, okay? And you would spend this year abroad at a partner university as part of the Erasmus program. So that's the BA in Modern Languages. Then there is the BA Joint Honours, and in the BA Joint Honours, you either study for 3 years or 4 years. So 3 years if you don't go abroad on an Erasmus year, but 4 years if you do go abroad. If you do go abroad and study at a partner institution, then you at the end are conferred with a BA International. And here you take a wide range of subjects throughout the whole of arts and humanities. You take 3 subjects in first year, and then you narrow it down to 2 thereafter. And I've listed just a few of the popular combinations, but there are very many others. So for example, German and history, French and English, Italian and art history, linguistics and modern Irish, Spanish and music. I could go on, of course. It will depend on your results, your interests, and the timetable. So that offers you maximum flexibility. The other program is the BA Humanities, and the BA Humanities is interdisciplinary, and it, like the BA Modern Languages or the BA International, if you go abroad for a year, is a degree program that lasts for 4 years. So you spend a year either abroad or partly abroad at another university, or you can do an internship. So year 3 is a very different year. In this degree program, you will be taking one of 3 different pathways, and these are unique subject combinations that are set out to you from the start. And I'm going to come to these now. BA Humanities, in the BA Humanities, there are 3 different pathways. This is an interdisciplinary degree program, which lasts for 4 years, because in your 3rd year, you go abroad, or you go abroad for half the year, and you also take an internship. There are 3 different pathways. The first of these is languages, cultures, and linguistics. So you study a language in our school, and you also study linguistics. And with this, you take the different cultural modules that are on offer. And then in year 3, you have these different possibilities to go abroad or to go abroad for half of the year. The other pathway is European Studies pathway, and this is a new pathway that is coming on stream in 2021. And with this, you essentially combine the study of European culture and history with one language from our school. And you will take a number of courses that have to do with European politics and society. It is also a 4-year program, and you go and you study abroad for a year, or you may decide to take an internship at a European institution, hence the title European Studies. The last pathway is Global Studies, and this also is a new pathway that is starting in 2021. And here you will develop an understanding of and discover connections between societies, also outside of Europe, histories and languages across the world. So you will not just be studying one of the languages that are taught and spoken primarily in Europe, but a language maybe from far outside, such as Arabic or Russian. As with the European Studies pathway, you go abroad for a semester or for a year to one of the partner universities, or you can take an internship for half a year at a non-European institution. So this is primarily a multidisciplinary pathway. Okay, this slide gives you a few examples of some of the kinds of cultural option modules you can take within our school. Obviously, these can change from year to year, but some of these are, they're an example of what we currently offer. So, for example, in French, there's one called French New Wave, which essentially looks at one of the most important periods in French cinema. With German, you no doubt will have heard, even if you haven't studied German, of the Grimm's fairy tales, which are popular reading for children of all ages. And in this module, you can look at adaptations of them, even on the screen. With Italian, you might look at a module that investigates Italian women writers and think about what it means to be a woman writing, and is the style perhaps different, or the language? With sociolinguistics, it would be a module that looks at certain aspects of linguistic identity, such as gender, age, or social class, or surrealism in Spain and Mexico, which looks at this amazing movement of surrealism in the Spanish-speaking world in the different arts. So there are many other modules on offer. We just picked out here one from each of our subjects. Your third year, if you go abroad, and we can only urge you to strongly consider this, even if it isn't a mandatory part of your degree. Your third year abroad is an immersion in the society and culture of your target country at one of our partner universities. And I think our students would all agree that this is definitely one of the best years of your life. There are pictures here of a number of cities where we have partner universities. You recognize many of them. And it's called the Erasmus Plus Exchange. There is an Erasmus grant that is given to everybody who goes abroad on Erasmus to help you to be able to afford this. And you will hear about this in detail in the first trimester of your second year. You make your choice and then you go abroad during your third year. Coming towards the end and to some of the testimonials of some of our students, and I think you can see here that one of them, at least one of them, talks about the Erasmus year abroad. So Owen Kelly studied Spanish and German with us, and he singles out his unforgettable Erasmus year in Sevilla. He studied the BA International in Modern Languages. Becky is photographed here with one of our colleagues on her day of graduation with one of her friends. And I can honestly say to you that the graduation ceremonies have to be one of the absolute highlights of the year for us, your teachers. Sean works for Lidl Ireland, and he studied German and Spanish, and he accredits his studying in UCD to getting a foot in this international place of work. And Charlotte studied linguistics and Italian, and she underscores the opportunities that are afforded to you if you study linguistics and Italian. I don't want to end before I mention our wonderful language societies. These are student-led societies, and there is a society for almost everything in UCD and a society for all of our languages in UCD. So there's the French SOC, the German SOC, the Italian SOC, and the Hispanic SOC. And you can see here a snapshot of some of their posters from the last few years. This year, they have managed to produce everything online so far, amazing events, quizzes, coffee chats, film evenings, and they really have kept the show on the road for so many of their fellow students. They're very active on Facebook and Instagram, so you can check them out as well. Finally, a few more pictures of some of the faces that you will be able to talk to afterwards. We look forward to meeting you in the chat. And for now, I say thank you for listening. Vielen Dank. Goodbye. Thank you. Obrigada. Gracias. Grazie. Goramahagut. Merci and goodbye. So thank you for listening. And I know there are a number of questions in the chat.
We might start here with what type, there's a lot of questions about careers. What type of career options does international languages grant someone? Great question.
Well, I mean, there are so many things you can be doing. Many students go on and they go to different internships and placements in European institutions. Many obviously go on and teach. Many students choose to do, for example, a language assistant teaching English abroad for a year in a European school. Many others go into journalism. Many people go on and do different postgraduate opportunities at UCD or abroad. You can go into interpreting. Yeah, I mean, Sabine is and Paolo are the coordinators of modern languages. Do you want to jump in here with anything else?
Yeah, so from you know, in firms in marketing, in PR, in IT, we have students who go and find traineeships and hopefully later on jobs as well in the European Commission. Obviously, a lot of students who go on to postgrad studies. We have students working in places like Facebook and Google, in the embassies in Ireland and abroad. We have freelance translators living abroad. So a lot of them are, and in tourism, of course, a lot of them are actually going abroad straight after graduation, at least for a while, or come, you know, or later on. So that's one of the great opportunities that affords to people to students who are studying languages with us, I suppose. Publishing is one of them as well. So there is a lot of, and teaching, of course, either in Ireland or abroad for that matter. So yeah, so there is a lot of that going on.
That's great. And can I ask, we're getting a lot of questions about the difference between the humanities pathways that you've described, Siobhan, modern languages. How would you summarize the key differences?
Okay, the key differences are, I mean, if you really want to do languages, then the BA in modern language is definitely the program that we would recommend for you. Okay, so you study two and a maximum of 3 languages, all taken from our school, and there are also some modules that are cross-cultural. All right. If then you, for the BA in Humanities, these are fixed combinations that are open to you. So the one I talked about, linguistics and languages and cultures, the key element there, I suppose, is linguistics as a module offering, as a subject offering. And then the European studies and global studies, you just take 1 language. Okay, and then you will be doing other historical modules from the School of History, from the School of the History of Art. If you sort of want to combine a number of different subjects and you don't want to fit into any particular pathway or modern languages combination, then it's the BA Joint Honours, where you can take languages and linguistics with any other arts subject that's on offer throughout the whole of the arts faculty, the arts and humanities.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Siobhan. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. So thank you very much to everyone for joining us.